Alright, everyone, time to record a new video. This video is brought to you by no one. Not NordVPN, not Lootbox, and none of that other stuff. So yeah, here, today I'm just redoing this video because there were some issues with it the first pass through, but as you can hear in the background, we have a little bit of FF7 music, which is titled Buried in Snow. Buried in Snow. And how appropriate of a song, because as we are about to find out, JP is about to be buried in banners. And by the way, for the people who have been saying, hey Umbra, change your blue stacks, I've heard you. I haven't had time to do it yet, but thank you for the tips. I will look into doing that. All right, so let's just take a look at the banners. So first of all, the snow banners, and nothing really too terribly much to say here. Snow is effectively getting the exact same deal that Lightning and Hope got, with the exception that Hope's first copy was free, so 9-step banners, paid banners, and really nothing that's too out of the ordinary for the JP side. 2,000 coins is what you will need to pity this character. And the one thing to note is the vision card. We actually got a little bit of vision card details last night, along with the Final Fantasy Tactics details. We know now that the Snow vision card is going to be giving about 25% defense penetration across the entire party. As someone brightly pointed out, I think that the Halloween Exorcist card was a previous one that gave defense penetration, but not across an entire party. So this is a pretty big vision card. It's also a pretty big vision card because Ramza is capable of removing defense penetration, a potential brand new trend that we will see through the rest of this year. Because, you know, as it is, you get defense penetration, now there's defense penetration. Or something, like, it's getting confusing. But yeah, this vision card has been noted to be exceptionally strong. So globalers who are really into ice, especially Aranea or Eliza once you get the new ice archer, might want to keep an eye on and keep about 10k lapis for this vision card plus the amount needed to max this vision card, because in combination with the correct characters and the other ice offensive vision cards, ice could be coming into its own with Chaos Odin, with the Laswell card. Ice could be very, very strong, and Ice is also getting two very defensive characters with Agrius and Snow coming to the game. So yes, I think that this will be a important vision card for the future of Ice, and of course, it's limited, so keep that in mind. There's also going to be a few extra Final Fantasy 13 banners to give you a potential chance at getting the characters or the vision cards, as well as a bunch of orbs. This one's probably the most notable. While there are going to be paid ones, effectively, with this banner, you are getting 80 of Final Fantasy 13 shards, as well as 100 coins. And not only that, you're also getting 5 URs out of this, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's 5 URs, maybe you have a decent chance of pulling one of the 13 characters, whether you don't care which one, you're just looking for shards, or maybe you get the vision cards off of this, and that's really good. So this is, you know, potentially interesting for those who are looking for Final Fantasy 13, because there's a lot of value packed in the banner. And Snow will, of course, get his old gold banner for his vision card and himself. Next up, part 2 of 4 Final Fantasy Tactics is getting its first slew of banners, and yeah, they're kind of split in half down the middle. So as you can see, this is effective. This picture right here really denotes who's on the first half of the banners and on the A side of the medals. As you can see here, Orlando going to be on the A side, Pity and Delita and Agrius are going to be on the B side, Pity. Ramza gets a 6k paid Lapis guaranteed banner. So the cheapest, technically, if you are looking to spend, is going to be Ramza. As for who will be the best, we'll have to wait. Some people I've already noted in the previous video are talking about, oh, Delita's potentially exciting, or disappointing. Agris is disappointing. I disagree, but we'll have to see once they're in the game and we see their full stats to really know where each of the characters is going to fit. Although we have a pretty good picture at this point, and I think they're all good for different reasons. I'm actually not disappointed with most of the URs, I should say. Caveat on that one. So 9-step banner for both of these characters, as well as a bunch of shared banners going down, and non-shared banners for both paid and non-paid Lapis. There isn't really too much to talk about here, and I don't want to dwell on this too much. Of course, there's going to be the chance to get the vision card or double the shards if you get it. So, for instance, if you already have the House of Beluov card, in your inventory, but you need more shards for it, the step up will give you 50 instead of the regular 25, which is a bit of a bonus and potentially some help getting it finished. If you don't care about which tactics character you get for 6k paid, you get a couple URs on your way up. Maybe you can luck your way into a few extra characters from tactics, but at the end you are guaranteed a collaboration unit, and it is. And there's your 6k paid Ramza, a paid one to potentially get Orlandu, and unpaid for the vision cards. Now, if we scroll down, because there's basically a lot of the same stuff that we're seeing with tactics, this is the big sad note for everybody. All of the tactics characters are combined in a single gold banner. I think that there's probably going to be higher chances of getting the tactics shards off of this banner, since they are all being combined into one. And it looks like you are going to be guaranteed the one of your choosing for the 10 at the end. So while it is disappointing to see that this is the way that they've gone with this, and that they're not all separate, it does give you some power as to who you're focusing on, and that's a good thing. Moving on, we also have this for the vision cards. Same story, just with the vision cards instead. And then that brings us to the Agrius and Delita banners. As you can see, the vision cards are mostly shared here, with the focus on which vision card is slightly different. So scrolling down, we have basically a lot of the exact same banners, just with different characters being the focus on those banners, and paid or non-paid options for everyone as you try to hopefully avoid pity. Last but not least, some more 2.5 anniversary shops. As you can see, we're just going to get a mass amount of banners this week and a mass amount of shops this week, which is interesting. Potentially there is a few ways to pick up some extra shards, and once that's all in the game on Monday, I will be able to confirm or deny. But as we scroll down, we're going to hit the news very quickly here that there is another banner. It's not just the 2.5 anniversary stuff. There's also going to be Final Fantasy 35th anniversary banners. Now, these could pop up on Global over the next little bit. You did kind of get this with your second anniversary stuff, so whether this is going to be soon or later with Global, don't know. But notable banners are for this one, a free 3x banner that allows you to choose the free character of your choosing, so you can choose Locke, Tifa, Titus, or Prompto if you're still trying to build any of these characters, or potentially if you just want to get more awakening orbs for, that series. For instance, I'm betting pretty hard on Yuffie coming to the game in the next few months. So for me, I just kind of want to get 3 Tifas. That's 120 shards. For Final Fantasy VII, and also a bunch of EX orbs too, or medals, which is kind of nice for trading. This is notable. There will be a massive banner with essentially all of the Final Fantasy characters on it. There's also going to be a paid version of this. For 10k paid, you get a bunch of URs, some awakening resources, some unit shards, and a collaboration character of your choosing on step 5. pretty big that you can just choose whichever character you want and potentially get some resources, maybe luck on your way up. But a lot of Final Fantasy characters, it would be nice if all of the URs were just guaranteed to be collaboration characters, but I don't think we're quite there yet. So, yeah. Same thing with the Vision Card banner, and this one is probably the one that people should be focusing on more, because collaboration Vision Cards are really strong in a lot of cases. I mean, Valfor comes with the Esper. You could get Death Machine for the AoE resistance. You could get the Tifa card because that's one of the necessary ones for the wind resistance, or you could get Cloud Scorpion card, which is really strong for lightning. So if there's a Vision card you potentially missed or do want, you should definitely consider this banner for the future, because collaboration selects, it's a pretty good deal potentially. There will also be some select tickets for some of these units to do with shards by the looks of it, potentially awakening materials, EX orbs, and all of that stuff. The Whimsy shop will also be updated to have all of these characters getting to show up in the Whimsy shop. So when your Whimsy shop pops now, if you have basically all of these characters, it's going to be like just insane, the amount. The paid option for 250 Lapis will give you 10 of that character shard. So, there you go. There's a chance to max some of these characters out, as well as the Vision cards too. And yes, just more and more shops. So other than that, there isn't really much else to talk about. We're wrapping up this video. Nagnarok, as well as the Tactics accessory, will be getting its +6 version, and Agrius' sword will also be getting its plus version to generally upgrade them. And in the slew of all of this, don't forget that both Adelard and Saria, or Thalia, whatever her name is on Global, it doesn't matter. Her Adelard's sister. Yeah, they will be getting their Master Ability 2s this week, and while that is obviously definitely not going to be the major focus that everybody's looking at, I do think that you should remember it in case you are using those characters for their selection quests. And yeah, Tactics and all of this banners and everything will be released on Monday on the JP side, so basically Saturday and Sunday is going to be really quiet. There's going to be nothing much. JP's just going to be going as per usual. JP's will be going to be going as per usual, and then on Monday, about 3 p.m. Japanese Standard Time, that is going to be when the update goes live, and I will be streaming shortly after that as we take a look. Still think that my plan is probably going to be Agrius first, although the more we kind of look at it, I think the general agreement from JP players with the way JP is right now is that we feel like Ramses got the best upgrade, and probably Sid, I think, is going to be best. However, I think this is just my personal opinion at the end here. I think that people are underestimating Agrius with status effects that she currently has in her kit. I mean, just the fact that she can end up being more defensive is probably enough to push her into being really good. And while I understand hate generation naturally is really important, again, I think that her 2 generations of hate will probably be enough, but testing and whatnot will be important to figure out where she is up. But yeah, this is my current Agrius. It's just sitting at 99. I think that her spirit will be much better afterwards, probably get some more agility and everything, and definitely a lot of energy. And I think that her status effects will keep her quite relevant. But in the Snow and Agrius thing, we'll have to wait till Monday and another video to settle that score. So anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and see you next time.